The thing with Mr. Krauspe is he doesn't just get up and talk to the students and sort of just direct them and leave it to them to do the work. He becomes part of your life.
I think that the simplest thing you can say about Mr. K is that he's one of the only people who can really teach you that music isn't about the notes on the page, and I think that's what makes him such a great music educator.
He gets so in-depth to the music and so emotional about it that it shows you how much he really cares and how passionate he is towards what he does. And that changes each and every one of us.
The incredible thing about Mr. K is that he teaches his love of music, and by that he just shows us how much he loves music, and it's not really a get all the notes right, get all the pitches right, get everything perfect. He just preaches his love of music, and when he's up there directing, that's how you know that he loves what he's doing, and he shares that love with us. And so now we've grown to love music and all of its little nuances and complexities just as much as he has.
When he started teaching and when he started doing music, there was a connection that he had with the students that made such a difference.
The biggest impact Mr. K probably has on this community and our school in general is the joy he brings through music and how he can communicate that joy to any kid in any activity at our school.
Well, I haven't really ever done music much in my life, but I decided to take it senior year. Mr. Krauspe has really inspired me to pursue music a little more.
For me, he's inspired me a lot musically. He's pushed me to really be the best I can be for what I thought I was an average singer, and he kind of brought out the best in me. He even inspired me to do a solo in front of a packed church, which was something I never thought I'd ever do, but it was an experience that I loved, and I was so happy that he pushed me to do. But even as a teacher and just as a student, having him in class, he's one of the best teachers I've ever had.
That's his main thing, is he brings the best out of every student he works with.
I've had 3 children go through the music program at Wheaton, Warrenville South, where Gordon Krauspe is a teacher, and his educational system and his teaching them has really changed their lives. They've always been musical kids, but through the music program and specifically through the classes that they took with Gordon, they found that music really kind of envelops their soul. He really teaches music to the whole person. And my children are involved with music to this day, some still in high school and some beyond college. And I credit Gordon Krauspe with instilling the love of music and the desire to pursue music as a career or as an avocation for that. I've worked with a lot of music educators over the years, both as a student and as a parent, and I can say, bar none, I have never seen a finer music educator than Gordon Krauspe.
It's about enriching the lives of individuals so that when they walk out of their high school after 4 years, you know what, they'll be singing for the rest of their lives. And they might be singing everything from Gregorian chants to rhythm and blues to rock and roll. But that's the mark of what a true educator does, and that's what Gordon has done inside the walls of this high school. They'll be singing for the rest of their lives, and every time they do it, even if they're slightly off key, they'll thank Gordon Krauspe. He's the guy who gave them that gift. When Gordon joined the staff, he re-energized what music should be. He turned it into not just a mixed chorus where kids could kill time and earn credit, but instead into a vibrant program where students learned about music, learned about the history of music, and learned to appreciate every facet of what music could be. In the note that I wrote to the Grammy organization seconding Gordon's nomination, I made the statement that he has taught our students everything from chants to heavy metal. Well, that's what a school should do. It should expose its students to the richness that's out there in the arts and to the quality of what can be found in music. And the growth of the music program inside this high school is attributed to what Gordon was able to do in opening the doors to every student who wanted to find a voice, whether it was playing a guitar, pecking away at the piano, or singing in the best possible voice. And the testament of that goes back to a young man whose name obviously I can't mention, but I will tell you that he was severely challenged, physically and from a learning disabilities point of view. He was enrolled in Gordon's choir, and at one of the concerts where I sat as principal and watched it, he came out in his wheelchair and took a spot in the front row, and as the choir behind him sang, he moved his mouth in the same way as everyone else. The sad fact of his disability was that really nothing much was coming out. I asked Gordon after the program to congratulate him for putting that young man up there front and center. I said, it's a really nice thing that you've done there, Gordon, to expand this program even to our special needs kids. And his response to me was something I haven't forgotten. He said, well, Chuck, how do you know that in his mind he doesn't sound like Luciano Pavarotti? Well, there it is. That's what it's about. That young man probably sang in the best high tenor C that we've heard inside the hallways of this school ever. It's just that the rest of us were not sophisticated enough to really hear it, but Gordon did.